The National Union of Public Workers gives the nod to the new government's pay offer. That's our top story in your Barbados Today evening news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. The National Union of Public Workers today approved the government's pay offer for public servants. Following an hour-long meeting of the National Council at Union headquarters this morning, President Akani McDowell told reporters they have agreed to accept the salary increase, and it was now up to the Media Motley administration to make the next move. McDowell did not reveal the figures, but Barbados Today understands the government offering 4.5% pay hike over 3 years. This is a reduction of the 23% wage proposal the NUPW was demanding from the former government. It's time for Barbados to ditch archaic laws which breed discrimination. And that's the call from senior policy analyst of the Canadian HIV/AIDS legal network, Maurice Tomlinson. He made the comments today as 3 Barbadians, a trans woman, a lesbian, and a gay man, filed a petition against Barbados before the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, challenging laws criminalizing buggery and other intimate relations between same-sex partners. The challenge is centered on Section 9 and 12 of the Barbados Sexual Offences Act.
The laws under question are damaging to the human rights and health of all Barbadians, and particularly LGBT Barbadians, and must be struck down in accordance with Barbados' national and international human rights obligations. Now, some may argue that these laws reflect Barbados' strong Christian tradition. However, as former Bishop of Barbados and Archbishop of the West Indies, the Most Reverend Dr. the Honorable John Holder declared, quote, "Using the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah to support the sodomy law has no basis, none whatsoever," unquote. Furthermore, as Barbados is a secular democratic state, the rights of Barbadians must be determined in accordance with established legal principles and not religious ideology.
Lead petitioner in the case, trans woman Alexa Hoffman, insists the discriminatory laws must be abolished. She told reporters at a news conference it is difficult for members of the LGBTQ community to live their lives.
When it comes to something as simple as going about day-to-day activities, it is often fraught with verbal harassment, threats of violence, even actual violence. Up to one point, I used to count my lucky stars that I was not the victim of violence, but then on February 18th of this year, that was no longer the case when I was attacked by someone whom I had known personally for a brief while. And when I was seeking redress, I was seeking the assistance of the police, I was seeking the assistance of the public in having that person apprehended. I basically was spinning top in mud. I had to rely on my own interventions in order to get some sort of a recourse that the matter could be brought before the law and justice.
In other news now, a staff nurse at the psychiatric hospital who was accused of assaulting a patient was granted $15,000 bail when he appeared in a Bridgetown court today. Jason Jamal Phillips of Block 1C, Madison Terrace, Deacons Farm, St. Michael, appeared before Magistrate Douglas Frederick this morning, where he denied unlawfully and maliciously wounding Alden King on June the 2nd. The alleged offense was captured on video, which has been circulating on social media. There were no objections to bail from the prosecutor, although the magistrate questioned why he did not, given that the alleged incident was one in which the public would be concerned, as he, Phillips, was in a position of trust and confidence. After the prosecutor pointed out that the accused had no prior convictions or pending cases, Phillips, who is represented by attorney-at-law Naomi Linton, was allowed to leave the court after his surety was accepted. Now, however, he has been warned to stay away from King and his family and to report to the Black Rock Police Station every Wednesday by 10 a.m. with a valid identification. Phillips is expected to return to the District 1A Magistrates Court on October 30th. The entertainment fraternity has reacted with shock and sadness at the sudden passing of veteran calypsonian Charles Romeo Smith. Romeo, a former two-time calypso king, has been hailed as a champion of calypso and is well remembered for his hits Brother Fuzzy and Gem Gone. The mighty Gabby, who grew up with Romeo, told Barbados Today he has been shaken by the loss of his longtime friend who made a tremendous contribution to Calypso.
It's very sad for me and my family because Romeo and I went to school together, sat in class together. He encouraged me into Calypso. He gave me my first soup to singing. I won the competition that night. He came second. We married the two cousins. Our children are related to each other. It is a lot. There's a lot. And then he was my right hand in terms of battleground tent. We would argue, we would discuss, we would disagree. At the end of the day, we were always there.
One of the pioneers of Calypso in Barbados, Sedan, says he had a close relationship with Romeo, who he described as a gifted Calypsonian.
We shared the Calypso stage for many years as well. But apart from that, we had a lasting relationship. Although he was ill, and so that never interfered with my contacting him or his contacting me. And we still discussed Calypso in the art form and so on. So I was especially hurt when I heard the news this morning. He was an excellent Calypsonian. His diction and phrasing and presentation and stuff like that, he was one of those people that I would certainly boast about. It was an extremely great Calypsonian.
And veteran Calypsonian Viper said Romeo's passing is a tremendous blow.
Romeo was a stalwart, and he was a pioneer in Calypso in Barbados. He was a very dedicated guy to the art form. He was actually the best of the best. Phrasing, excellent diction, delivery on stage. He was the best dressed of us all. And even through his challenging times, Romeo remained passionate and very supportive of the art form, Calypso, which he loved so much.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Bermuda's Chief Justice Ian Koweli today ruled that gay couples can once again marry in that country after he upheld a constitutional challenge against the Domestic Partnership Act 2018. Delivering his judgment before a packed courtroom, Justice Koweli said the sections of the Act that revoked the right to same-sex marriage were invalid because they were inconsistent with provisions in Bermuda's Constitution, which give the right to freedom of conscience and creed. Today's decision comes after a court battle fought by gay Bermudans Rod Ferguson and Mary Ellen Jackson and the charity Out Bermuda. Attorney-at-law Mark Pittengill, who represented Ferguson, said he was thrilled with the historic judgment.
Justice prevailed. We thought all along that it would prevail. And, the right thing has been done. We now have to hope that the government recognize that this is the right thing and that this isn't perpetuated out any longer. But, the judgment really, with respect to the Chief Justice, is one for the ages. I think it'll be looked at across the Commonwealth in case anybody else thinks that they can, interfere with the human rights of individuals and with equality. It really is that level of depth to it with regard to what it addresses. And I just think it's fundamentally the right thing that this has occurred this way in Bermuda.
And on the international scene, a huge blaze tore across the roof of one of London's top hotels today, just days after it announced the completion of a multi-million-dollar renovation project. More than 100 firefighters were sent to tackle the fire at the 5-star Mandarin Oriental Hotel in the exclusive Knightsbridge district of the UK capital. Plumes of thick black smoke were seen billowing into the air above Hyde Park as traffic in the area was brought to a standstill. More in this CNN report.
This is a hotel that also has a large ballroom. It hosts a lot of conferences and big events there. It's a very luxurious and also very expensive hotel, if indeed the hotel in question is the Mandarin Oriental. I must say it is the only hotel on that particular stretch of that particular part of the street. I couldn't confirm to you at the moment whether it's 12 floors high, but the London Fire Brigade is confirming that the blaze that they're tackling is indeed at a hotel of 12 floors in the Knightsbridge area.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.